with Mike and the media.
Hey, Darvin, in the walk-off, LeBron said that it's super important against Golden State to maintain composure. You had mentioned that before the game. You're going to make runs like that. What was the turning point after they made that big push down the stretch?
I just think us being solid, remaining solid, staying organized offensively, and, not getting disappointed or discouraged defensively. Came in with a game plan. We knew it was going to be ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys within this 48-minute game. That's just who they are. They put a lot of pressure on you to guard continuously, second by second, minute by minute, quarter by quarter, half by half. So the biggest thing, again, us having a next play mentality and giving multiple efforts. You saw plenty of times guys getting into the paint, guys active, spraying around, taking quick outlet to 3 passes away. Our guys being active, AD specifically, in the paint, showing his hands, getting deflections, getting blocks, coming up with tough rebounds. And then on the other end of the floor, just trying to be organized, making sure we got a good look every time down, whether it was made or missed, making sure we got good looks.
I believe AD didn't sit in the second half. Just wondered at what point you and your staff kind of decided you could extend him if you needed to, and the importance of trying to get this win in Game 1.
Well, again, I repeat, this is what load management is about. If it's going to be load management, then we have to manage their loads throughout the regular season in order for us to push them a little further during this time of year. Postseason, everything is at its peak. You have to pare down your rotation, and you got to, push your big dogs. Your big dogs got to be there early and often. And so we just made a conscious decision, communicated on the sideline, and we were able to push him on through and allow him to play the full half.
Coach, Curtis Pashalka, Bay Area News Group. You mentioned AD, obviously a huge night for him, but those 2 plays right at the end where he kind of affected the shots of both Poole and Curry, how huge were those plays?
He's elite defensively. His ability to change shots, block shots, and then still gather the rebounds, that's rare. That's rare company for guys that's able to do that. So, and I told him before the game, dominate on both sides of the ball, and he's been doing that. And we expect nothing less from him, and we expect it to continue.
Darvin, here are the other names of the players in Laker history who've had 30-20 games. Will Chamberlain, Elgin Baylor, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Can you just contextualize that top-to-bottom performance you got from AD tonight?
You're talking about top 75 players, some of the best players that our league or basketball in general has ever saw in its history. And so, again, that's what we expect of him. We know that's what he's capable of. It's great. We needed every bit of all those points and rebounds and block shots and assists as well. So the biggest thing for us is, again, not to get happy, stay humble, respect our opponent, but also know that there's a ton of work left to be done. And it's not the first to one. It's not the first with the greatest performance individually. We just got to keep stacking days, keep coming out, putting our best foot forward.
Darvin, what was the message at halftime? I believe they were shooting almost 44% from the three-point line. You had only attempted 8 and made 1, but you were winning the game.
Just playing with force. Obviously doing what we could in transition. Again, they're a tough ball club, and anytime you got Poole, Thompson, and Curry seeing shots go in, it's a nightmare. And so just not getting discouraged, not getting disappointed, but all the while remaining forceful on our offensive end, playing downhill, loving and living in the paint, putting a lot of pressure on them to guard in the paint. I think that the free throw line definitely helped us, and our ability, again, to not just hold the ball, to set good hard screens, come off, swing the ball, drive downhill, secondary and third side drives. It went well for us in that department, and so we just got to figure out a way, try to do what we can to guard them better and not allow them to get loose so early and often from the three-point line, but yet maintain our physicality and our force on offense.
Darvin, when you have Dennis scoring as well as playing defense, running behind Poole and behind Steph, how beneficial is that to you guys?
It's huge, especially him showing up our second unit, him coming off. I tell him all the time, be aggressive, assertive, and make quick decisions. Don't think twice. And all of our guys, they encourage, Dennis, Austin, D'Lo, they all get encouraged by our two captains, Bron and AD, to come out and be aggressive and be assertive, within the context of playing the right way. But Dennis was huge, man. He's definitely a two-way player. He's going to come out and give it his all on both sides of the ball, be physical, be scrappy, give multiple efforts, and then be able to play downhill, push the pace, and be able to get stuff done from the free throw line.
Darvin, I kind of had the same question. I mean, to have someone like Dennis in your team who's making those 2-3 throws in the last seconds, like being so ice cold, I mean, this is so important. So what is your thoughts about that?
He's a big-time finisher. I've known the kid since he first came into the league. That's my guy. That's why we wanted him on our team. We know how he plays, especially in big moments. He plays the biggest. He's not afraid of the moment. And he asks for the ball to be in his hands, and our guys trust him having the ball in his hands late in the game. So we know if he's fouled or whatever the play needs to be made, if it's an open corner three, if it's going downhill, attacking the rim, if it's having to get fouled and have to step up to the line and hit free throws, he's going to do all of that, as well as guard the other team's best perimeter players. So that's exactly why he's on our ball.